Sorry, boys. I had like everybody almost tagged, and for whatever reason, I hit enter, and I didn't hit enter. I deleted them all somehow. I'm not sure how that happened. So I'm tagging everybody again. My bad. Whatever reason, Facebook hates him and doesn't like to let me tag him with his first name anymore. I don't know. I've honestly had enough with Facebook lately. Although it does seem that post reach has been fixed, so that's always a positive. Let's get into. There we go. Hopefully everybody's having a good evening and a good Veterans Day. For anybody that did serve, I appreciate you. Maybe got in the if you did serve and you haven't seen the profile where you can get break credit, by all means, please make sure you get your name in there. Probably gonna end the comments on that tomorrow, like at the start of the Sunday football game. Didn't put a time on there because I completely forgot. But yeah, one of that. This box is, I mean, everything should be fine in here, but this box did take a bit of a beating going through FedEx, but it doesn't even look like the top box that would maybe be affected by that is even banged up at all. So it should be good there. This case open, it is 10 boxes. I already do have 15 cases total of Topps Chrome update. I will probably get a few more boxes too, or a few more cases, not boxes. So if you're looking for Topps Chrome update next week, this would be the place to be, in my personal opinion. Probably a little biased when it comes to that, though. Anyways, anyone hasn't seen Archives, this is the last case of Archives. I didn't order a ton of it. Is the date they had on it was an older date, so I actually ordered it thinking I was going to use it for mixers, not that it was still a new release. I got it confused with Heritage whenever I ordered it. But anyways, Archives, 2 autographs per box on card. It's not, I wouldn't say they're random autographs. They're definitely guys that played in Major League Baseball, but it's definitely a checklist that is unique. Kind of like Archive Signature Series when it comes to the some random veteran autographs you can get. But at least with this, you can get some really nice rookie autographs too. There's a few other breaks that are open while I clean off this mat just because that box was so dirty. There's Bowman Sterling, a third of a case. That is, I think it's down to like 7 teams left. The mixer has mostly like the mid-tier teams left. I think it has like one big boy left in that. Obviously the football break. Some 3D glasses. Split my money makers open, putting up the Christmas tree. Yeah, Eye Breakers Delight. 5 cases of Breakers of Light. I'm gonna order more. I was just waiting to stagger the payment because of how Topps does their payment. I can actually order another 5 cases of each size. I don't know if there's going to be... I haven't looked at the checklist. I have to look at the checklist to see if there's Legend autographs and Breakers of Light again or not. But I'm going smooth here now, Austin. You better calm down. That first pack was just... was a doozy. Wax packs, the bane of my existence. I hate them so much. Obviously I'd like to get the breaks so we have open fill. Tomorrow I'll post a, I think I have 9 boxes of Chronicles Baseball. I'll post a half case. I'm assuming it's all from the same case, but they're loose boxes from GTS. I didn't get a whole case or fill the case because the allocated price was pretty much the same price they're selling retail-wise, and I was like, I'm not going to... With all the product that's coming out, I'm not going to be like, well, to even break even, I got to add an extra $300, whatever, for shipping and supplies and whatever else. So I was like, the break will be ran inexpensively as I can tomorrow for the Chronicles when I post it, but half case of that. I'd like to. I might not even post it because I think I want to get the other 3 baseball breaks filled before I post it, but. Someone asked me about Chronicles Baseball, and I do. Also, going to be loading in. If I can figure out how to do it, because I still got to figure that part out. I'm going to be loading a 3 Bowman Chrome Hobby and 3 Bowman Chrome HTA. Break into the TikTok Live shop to see how that goes. I don't know how successful or unsuccessful breaks will be on there, but I know I mentioned TikTok Live. I'm starting to load in all the Pokemon inventory, and just if you need anything that's sealed that I can sell, it's going to be on there. They have coupons or whatever else while I finish developing the website. Yeah, I just didn't order a bunch of it. There's so much other stuff that's coming out that to me it just wasn't worth spending a lot of money on it, especially with all the other stuff coming out. Like, I wasn't going to try to ram an extra product down your guys' throat. We have Franco, Gibson, Guerrero. Topps is already ramming product down everybody's throat as it is. Carlson, Melott, Altuve, Harris II, Murphy, Pasquantino, Pena, Hall, Blade, Marquez, Harmon, Killebrew, Realmuto, Guerrero Jr., Story, Waters, Abreu, Bellinger, Albies. We have Aaron Judge, Warren Spahn, and Fernandez. Felix Hernandez. I also won't be getting any definitive. On the website, definitive was... I'm just going to flip through these cards while I'm talking. I was going to say, on definitive... Oh, Michael Brantley, 3 out of 22. World Series champions, 20 out of 22 for the Stros. I really like Michael Brantley, actually. It's actually a pretty dope card. It's going to Brian Eckstein. I guess his luck just continues. The man with rainbows coming out his ass. But I don't have any definitive because it was supposed to be a Dutch auction, and then they switched it from being a Dutch auction because the website was going to break. If they ran it as a Dutch auction, so they didn't do a Dutch auction, and then they made it just $2,000, and then I didn't even really try to get any, but my cart was all jacked up, so I kept removing it from my cart. Just because I was trying to see if I'm supposed to be tax exempt because I have a business, and they gave me like tax exemption because of the whole break program, and my whole card was jacked. Look at Corbin Carroll, and I sit here for the Diamondbacks. So no one will have any of it till next week in the first place, but they didn't allocate it to anybody. We got 24 out of 75, so I won't have any definitive. Which is fine, because I really think after Gilded Collection, like if you guys want to have a higher end break, we can do Gilded Collection again. I still have two cases of Gilded Collection on top of what is in what I had. Like I think I have like an extra box out of the case I've been using as a mixer. So if you guys want to do something high end again, I can do Gilded Collection. I think it's better value than what Definitive is anyway, to be honest. Because if you think about it, Definitive is 3 boxes. You'd have to run it like $2,200, $2,300 a box. Because you'd have to pay taxes because they messed up with tax exemption. That was the problem with checkout, so it's kind of crazy. We have Eddie Matthews, Ozzie Smith, Grayson Rodriguez, Greg Maddux, Bush, Jackie Robinson, Piazza, Hornsby. We have Kevin Kiermaier for the Blue Jays. There we go. Donovan Murphy getting some closer's luck on the Kevin Kiermaier, one of the best defensive center fielders, well, outfielders, period, in Major League Baseball. We have Goldschmidt, Hank Aaron. I mean, I agree with you guys. There's one reason I didn't buy it. I didn't think anybody in the group. Last year, I went back and looked at the breaks last year, too, and it seemed like the whole break was Boomer, Tom, and John Cullison was like what the breaks were. Gary, Griffey Jr., McCutchen, DeGrom, Swanson, Brown, Yoshida, Chisholm Jr., Soto, Waldachuk, Martinez, Freddie Freeman, Edwin Diaz, Chris Bryant, Lucas Giolito, and a case of that. A case of it is double what Gilded Collection is for like the same hit ratio. We have Josh Jung, Peraza, Shane Bieber, Rendon, Josh Smith, Adam Wainwright, Neto, and Reynolds. Now, I do think, like, obviously, if you hit that Babe Ruth card, like, that card's huge, right? The Babe Ruth Ohtani card. But, I don't know. I just thought that for what you were getting out of it, I didn't think the value was quite there. And most of the time, I don't, like, knock any product. We got Seaver, Yount, Bogarts, Robles, Johnson, Soto, Groshans, Willie Adames, Contreras, Musgrove, Munson, McMahon, Burns, Cron, Ketel Marte, Vientos, Wisdom, Herrera, Alvarez, Benintendi. Because I actually truly do think Mateo, Freddie Freeman. There's obviously been some like. No, so this is actually a 2021, or well, I guess it actually is 2022. But this is not a buyback from last year's like MVP buybacks of what you're asking about. It could be though. I'm not really sure. I was gonna say it is from last year's cards, but Freddie Freeman. It's not like the Trout or Goldschmidt buyback, like the actual like Topps Chrome buyback of what if that's what you're asking. Ruiz, Kershaw, Rosario, Lowe, Bregman. We got Ken Griffey Jr. on the baby blue. But it is a card from last year, so that could actually be. Okay, well, that's a World Series buyback. Yes, I was going to say, so that's 1 out of 5,000 packs. That makes sense. It's out of 22. 24 out of 25 on the Griffey Jr. going to the Mariners and Randy. We have Mookie Betts, India, Verdugo, Schmidt, Seager, Glavine, Julian, Messina, Gwynn, Volpe, and Dominic Fletcher. Because a lot of the things that people had issues with, like you can mess like the logistics of like jacking up the 101s and Bowman Chrome, like that all stinks. Like there's a lot of worry that like there's a certain product where people thought Josh Jung didn't sign earlier in the year. I think it was Bowman. They have had some issues with print runs, but in general, like there hasn't been a lot of redemptions. Like the redemptions that have been redemptions are like veterans or not veterans, or like retired players. George Brett, Frank Thomas, Taj Bradley, Springer, Honus Wagner, Wainwright, Mays, Williams, J-Rod, Chapman, Batty, Haniger, Clemente, Happ, Cavalli, Henderson, and that was like a big issue. And I mean, redemptions in general, a big issue in the industry, right? And they really cut those back this year. They did a lot of good stuff when it came to the products. Taglia, Morel, they had a huge rookie class. They got guys in early, so there's not like, not that you don't want like big names and update to help like push the product from like my end, but like in reality, like an update, you don't want like J-Rod, like the biggest player last year, to be like in only the back half of the products whenever you know he was going to be called up. We have Mountcastle, Mitchell, Cal Raleigh, Smith, Andres Jimenez, Lindor, Torkelson, Walsh, Turner, Verlander, and Max Scherzer. I think they did a really good job of predicting who the rookies were going to be and making sure they got them to sign stuff before the year started. Johnny Bench, Bill Mazeroski, Brito, Laureano, Joe Mauer, Valdez. We have Tatis Jr. We're going to have a 21 out of 199 on the Tatis. And overall, I mean, some people complain about quality control and some things. Overall, I think the quality control of the products, we have Conforto, Ruiz, Campanella, Spencer Strider, Tucker, Detmers, Ahmed, when it comes to like centering and stuff, has actually been pretty decent. Obviously, stuff gets in packs and shipped that can be like Miller, Hayes, Fujinami, Gallen, Olsen, Paguero, Senga, Soto, Nolan Ryan, and Will Clark. Like obviously, like some surface damage can happen and whatnot. But even on like Bowman Chrome, seen a lot of people complain about Bowman Chrome. I mean, I still have a good bit of Bowman Chrome here, so we didn't really open as much as we could have. But out of Bowman Chrome I opened, other than the card that unfortunately Rob sent the PSA, well, I cleaned it and sent the PSA, and they 100% damaged. I should have took pictures. I'm kind of pissed off that I didn't take pictures before I sent it. That was my fault, I guess. Live and you learn, but there hasn't been really like big quality control issues where you're like, oh man, that card's not going to even come back a good grade. Like it's miscut so bad, and like there hasn't been a lot of that this year. There's definitely been some stuff that's off center, but I remember like in 21 product and some of 22 product, like some of the yeah, I mean you can fix a corner that's like that. Like you get a humidor and you roll out the corner, it'll like get back together the way it's supposed to and get sharp. It's just like a whole process that if somebody's really good with Kurt's Card Care could truly fix the card. I'm actually sure the TNT guys probably could have fixed it. Yeah, Austin, it was. I was not happy. I mean, the Red Guanapa is still like like a $45 spot or something. Still like a huge, like you're still talking about a card that I know sold raw for over $1,000. So, I mean, but yeah, PSA like murdered the corner trying to get it out of a holder. It wasn't even a mixer. That was like a... I mean, I guess you could consider it a mixer, but I mean, I wouldn't know if Bowman Chrome was... If I would consider that necessarily a mixer. I mean, like I said, I am putting a 3 and 3 up on TikTok Live just to see how it goes. I'll probably put a case of Topps Chrome Update up there as well, just to see kind of like what the vibe is on there. Just to move extra stuff, like... I'd love to break more basketball, and like I don't think this group, I mean, maybe at some point in time if the TikTok guys will come over, I don't know if we'll ever be like a basketball breaking group, but I do know at some point in time I'm going to have to figure out how to break basketball, because eventually Fanatics is taking everything over in the sense of we're going to have football and basketball, so you got to be able to break it. And I guess I might as well start chipping away at it now than later, because God only knows if they'll ever let me on Fanatics Live. I feel like I'm the redheaded stepchild of the break program. I mean, I still get I'll honestly, the most of the stuff for basketball, I just either try to sell it in the shop or sell it to a different, like, small breaker that does, like, only basketball breaks or whatever. Like, I sold the box, and I got a single box of Nor basketball, which is, like, high-end basketball for anybody that doesn't know. Basketball. We got Story, Waters, Pasquantino, and I sold it to some dude in Australia. Like, we have Gorman, Bo Naylor, Derek Jeter, Machado, Clemente, Melendez, Votto, Carlson, Mel Ott, Sosa, Murphy, Kwan, Correa, Colas, Fat. We have Hall, Blade, Marquez. We have Mookie Wilson for the Mets. My big issue, and I hope that Topps fixes it for basketball, is I think the return on investment just isn't good enough for lower teams. We have Guerrero just because the boxes are so high priced. We have Harris a second, Crawford, Brock, McCovey, Bellinger, Ozzie Albies, Ozzie Smith. That because the return on investment is not very good, because maybe it's just the basketball crowd's only chasing like the high end players. It makes like basketball even worse than baseball for like the high end teams. It makes like every basketball team like the let's go into the Cardinals, by the way, and Ozzie Smith. Makes every basketball team. We have Killebrew and Realmuto like the J-Rod Mariners chase last year. We have Herrera that has a good player on it. Alvarez, Riccio, Abreu, Tris Speaker, Margot, Spahn, Hernandez, Rosario, Wisdom, Ruth, Musial, Bobby Miller, Bryce Harper. We have Bella, Ward, Schmidt, Seager, Kershaw, Green, Raleigh, Harper, Whitey, Ford, Fisk, Thomas, Bradley, Mateo, Meneses. We have Zach Greinke on the green. Well, there's like no veteran. There's like no veteran market. Like that's the big issue. Is 80 out of 99 on the Greinke for the Royals. There's no. Like, you get, like, an Allen Iverson autograph at him as a veteran, and it's, like, worth, like, $3. We have Ruiz, Altuve, Semien, Chapman, George, Brett. Like, at least if you're hitting, like, some of the legends in baseball, like, their cards are, like, you hit an Edgar Martinez, it's still a $50 autograph. Like, Lowe, Bregman, Benintendi, Ripken Jr., Verdugo, Ohtani, Toglia. Allen Iverson, who's arguably one of the best scorers of the generation of basketball I grew up watching, is like a $3 auto, like Morel, J-Rod, Julian, Mussina, but the boxes are worth 3 times as much. Fletcher, Betts, India, Robert, Suzuki, Honus Wagner, Glavin. I'm also being like the worst salesman ever for basketball. We have Meneses. I'm sure they probably will do more. That's what I'm hoping, because Fanatics has so many of the basketball guys and football guys signed to like exclusive deals. I wonder if there'll be a lot more veteran autographs and different types of products with Fanatics. We have Williams, Volpe, Buxton, Jones. Because just think about like all the stuff that Brady can sign in football product. We have Batty, Haniger, Springer. And you know they just signed LeBron, so LeBron's going to be signing like crazy when they have the rights to basketball. We have Batty, Henderson, and Wainwright. And we really haven't had LeBron in a uniform autographs for a long-ass time. Like Yandy, Rutschman, Acuna Jr., Miller, Perez, King of Swing, Ted Williams, probably the best pure hitter in all of baseball ever. Yu Darvish, and he's a veteran. I was going to say Dale Murphy, Gwynn, LeMahieu, Santana, Kirby Puckett, Boggs, Murphy, Call, Arozarena, Ichiro, Jones, Alec Thomas, Moncada, Arrays, Honus Wagner, Blackburn, Brooks Robinson, Langeliers, Mike Trout, O'Neill, Glasnow, Corbin Carroll, Jimenez, Cabrera, O'Hoppe, and Bob Gibson. Like, that's the big issue is Panini doesn't have a lot of like guys signed. I did order 4 cases of jumbos for Leaf Metal. I think they switched it for. I don't think it's Leaf Metal Draft anymore. I think it's just Leaf Metal. Because there's like, they like Stan Musial signing. They had a bunch of guys signing. We have Guerrero, Rivera. I think Stan Musial. I thought Stan Musial wasn't live anymore, but maybe he is, and I'm confused with somebody else because I could have swore I saw his autographs in the list they gave us. They also have like a dope ass yeah, he's been dead for a while, so they must have used like a cut autograph. I think he might be in that product. Or there was just a base card. We have Rodon, Guerrero Jr., Page, Alcantara, Baez, Payne. He's been dead for like a decade. I'm like, he might be alive. We have Contreras, Pujols, Ortiz, Kyle Tucker, Darryl Strawberry, Shoemake, Casas, Scherzer, Garcia Parra, Mervis, Vargas, Joe Mauer, Perez, Enrique Hernandez, Anderson, Liberatore, Bryson Stott, Posey. We have Vinny Pasquantino, Luis Castillo, Schwarber, Cole, Muncy, Mize, Clemens, Lowe, Kirby, Mark McGuire, Yastrzemski, Fielder, Sandberg, Amaya, Tris Speaker, Nemo, Bryce Terrain. We got another Brandon Inge. Be a 30 out of 99. I mean, I'd say another one. In the first case, he had an autograph. It was a base. Get the green right here. It's going to the Tigers and Randy. Teoscar Hernandez, Yogi Berra, Cruz, Cobb, Woods Richardson, Chisholm Jr. I said Chisholm Jr. and I meant Vaughn Grisham. Clemente, Duran, Hunter Green, Woodruff, Blackman, Yelich, Greinke, Bell, Devers, Cabrera, Outman, and Nick Pratto. Let's see if he ever develops into the 30 or 40 home run guy he's supposed to be. Yearly, supposed to be a really good switch hitting glove too, but oh no, that's Togley as a switch hitter. But Pratto's supposed to be a big power bat. I don't think he's been giving them big power at first base for the Royals yet. So we'll see if he pans into that or not. Any other breaks that are open, if they fill while we're breaking this, I'll break it. I mean, I'll break them if they fill before like midnight. If not, hopefully we'll fill them tomorrow. I'm actually surprised in the Bowman Sterling, based on the fact that I'm running skunk protection, that I think there's teams that are left that are like less than $25, or literally you could not get an autograph win the $25 skunk protection and end up being in the positive. And still get some cards. There has not been any Guardian parallels or autographs yet, Justice, but we are also only in the we're only getting into the third box right here. I mean, breaking it relatively quick, but I don't know how. I don't understand. I mean, maybe people enjoy it like that, but I was watching another breaker. He was just like we'll go right to the autograph for the parallel and be done with it. We got Thomas, Bradley, Casey Schmidt, Raleigh, Ruth, Altuve, Bello, Ward, Chapman, Brett, Mateo, Meneses, Green, Semien, Ford, Fisk, Morel, J-Rod, Lowe, Bregman, Benintendi. Got Aaron Judge, Ruiz, Altuve, Robert, Suzuki, Taglia. We got Julian, Musina. We got Joey Meneses. For the Nats. And that's going to be Donovan Murphy. Get my man Mookie Wilson, put him in the back. Verdugo and Ohtani. Man, if the Nationals players pan out like prospect-wise, their team's going to be so nasty in like 2 years. We have Buxton, Jones, Honus Wagner, Glavine, Betts, Fletcher, Betts again, India, Bush, Harper, Batty, Haniger, Springer, O'Neill Cruz, Williams, Volpe, Garrick, Griffey Jr., Maddox, Mountcastle, Mitchell. Got Greg Maddux again. Them and the Pirates and the Diamondbacks had like such a good farm system. Like on paper, we have Wainwright, Mays. Obviously, the Rays have a good one too. We have Soto, Garcia, Stevenson, Turner. We have Brandon Lowe. A 7 out of 15 for the Rays on the orange. Going to Brian Eckstein. Ian Happ, K. Cavalli, Henderson, Peraza, Chisholm Jr., Beebe, Castellanos, Gray, Gwynn, Smith, Jimenez, Torkelson, Walsh, Jung, Mike Piazza, Hornsby, Rodriguez, McLean, Manoa, Laureano. We have Lindor, DeGrom, Robinson, Clemente, Aaron, Matthews, Smith, Yount, Brito, Waldachuk, Martinez, McCutcheon, Raleigh, Yoshida, and Paul Goldschmidt. We have Abrams, Jeter, Schmaltz, Paguero, Senga, Scherzer, Cron, Marte, Rogers, Flores, Cabrera, Olsen. We have Eddie Julian. It's going to be a 37 out of, I believe it's 199. Yeah, 199 for the Twins. That's going to go to Austin Fishback. Yeah, Miller, Hayes, Rizzo, Grove, Ramirez, Tatis Jr., Stanton, Lopez, Mays, Ryan, Clark, Ripken Jr., Jolks, Steer, A-Rod, Walker, Alonzo, Webb, Banks, and Arenado. Hoskins, Crawford, Varsho. We have Josh Jung, Riley, Mullins, Alvarez, Bo Jackson, Bichette, Moreno, Stroman, Freeman. We got Juan Soto, Rosario, Tovar, Musgrove, Munson, Seaver, Rendon, Josh Smith, Guerrero Jr., Swanson, Hunter Brown, Kyle Tucker, Contreras, Verlander, Bieber, and CJ Cron. Be a 2 out of 75. Going to the Rockies. And Douglas Dilday. We have Edwin Diaz, Bryant, and Giolito. Gallen, Strider, Mauer, Valdez, Turner. We have James Outman for the Dodgers. That's a nice hit right there. Obviously, this is kind of what Heritage looks like, but normally. That's going to go to Larry Baldwin. Dodgers on the Outman. Really good defender. We have Neto, Reynolds, Sale, Meyer, Fujinami. Robles, Randy Johnson, Campanella, Bench, Mazeroski, Kepler, Witt Jr., Burns, Bogarts, Freeman, Adames, Conforto, Ruiz, Peterson, Judge, Detmers, Nick Ahmed, McMahon, Wainwright, Vientos, and Jordan Groshans. That's going to be box 3. Speaking of Josh Jung, did I see that right? That he went from being like the AL Rookie of the Year favorite before he got hurt at the middle of the season to not even being in the final 3? Was I reading that correctly? I mean, obviously Gunnar Henderson's winning Rookie of the Year, but... Box for you. And I don't understand the 10 box case for this either. There's actually the Topps Chrome Update hobby box cases are only 6 boxes, so I thought that was also interesting. They like cut them in half. We have Kershaw, Rosario, Wisdom, Mateo, Meneses, Babe Ruth, Semien, Ford, Schmidt, Seager, Lowe, Bregman, Benintendi, Ohtani, Ruiz, Altuve, Thomas, Bradley, Glavine, Julian, Messina. Got Jeter Downs for the Nationals. On the base autograph. So the Nats getting 2 autographs here. Zach Greinke on the 99. Push off the hit board. We have India, Verdugo, J-Rod, Chapman, George Brett, Springer, Wagner, Volpe, Fletcher, Betts, Toglia, Morel, Batty, Haniger, Trout, Wainwright, Mays, and Ted Williams. Luis Robert, Suzuki, Turner, Mountcastle, Garrett Mitchell, Reed Detmers, Cade Cavalli, Gunnar Henderson, Harper, Buxton, Nolan Jones, Gray, Stevenson, Corbin Carroll, Jimenez, Happ, Maddox, Bush. You got Tanner Beebe, Castellanos. We have Bryce Harper for the Phillies. Be a 77 out of 199. Going to the Phils and Brady. Matt McLean, Manoah, Will Smith, Garrett, Griffey Jr., Robinson, Piazza, Hornsby, J-Rod, Smith, Rodriguez, Chisholm Jr., Soto, Garcia, McCutcheon, DeGrom, Goldschmidt, Aaron, Matthews, Jung, Peraza, Waldachuk, J.D. Martinez. We have Miguel Vargas on the Baby Boomers. Got Swanson, Brown, Yoshida, Torkelson, Walsh, Bieber, Rendon, Josh Smith, Oscar Gonzalez, Chris Bryant, and Lucas Giolito. Pasquantino, Pena, Franco, Carlson, Mel Ott, Cy Young, Machado, Clemente, Waters, Blade, Marquez, Wilmer, Flores for the Giants. It's going to be a 24 out of 25 on the Sky Blue. Go to Jeff in his first break. Got Sean Murphy, Kwan, Correa, Melendez, Votto, Bellinger, Albies, Hall, Hornsby, Guerrero Jr., Harris, McCovey, Colas, Fat, Riccio, Abreu, Hernandez, Killebrew, Rillamuto, Crawford, Lou Brock, Messia, Miller, J-Rod, Taylor, Ward, Margot, and Warren Spahn. Herrera, Alvarez, Green, Raleigh, Babe Ruth. We have Albert Pujols, Fisk, Bello, Acuna Jr., Blackman, Yelich, Santana, Kirby Puckett, Ruth, Rosarena, Darvish, Diaz, Rutschman, Thomas, Moncada, Arrays, Brooks Robinson, Eddie Murray, Call, Gwynn, and LeMahieu. We have Rodon, Glasnow, Corbin Carroll, Babe Ruth, O'Hoppe, Blackburn, O'Neill, Ichiro, Jones, David Ortiz, Rivera. We have Ford Proctor. Sounds like a pickup truck. I was going to say going to the Giants and Jeff. Getting back-to-back hits in this one on the Ford Proctor. We have Jimenez, Cabrera, Shea Langeliers, Trout, Contreras, Pujols, Page, Alcantar, Baez, Gibson, Guerrero, Sosa, Gorman, Naylor, Cron, Strawberry, and Shoemake. Into box 5. Oh man, I was gonna say. Well, I'm glad. I was gonna say that's kind of what the hobby's about. But I was thinking of, oh man, is tomorrow, Steelers need to not choke against the Packers. It'd be really nice for the Steelers to be 6-3 after 9 games without really playing well. Well, yeah, I mean, as a Vikings fan, you guys hate the Packers. I understand that, but the NFL's goofy this year, man. Like, there's teams that have been winning games that have, like, no business winning games. But it's just to keep the separation between them and the Bills and the Patriots and whoever else is, like, in that wild card picture, because I don't think the Steelers are chasing the Ravens, because even if they beat the Ravens, I don't think they'll chase, like the Bengals and the Browns have to handle the Ravens too for the Steelers to have a chance to catch them. But then the Steelers have to win out, like in the division. We have Bush, Harper, Mountcastle, Mitchell, Puckett, Happ, Cavalli, Garrett, Griffey Jr., Gray, Stevenson, Turner, Manoa, Smith, Jimenez, Soto, Garcia, Hornsby, Beebe, Castellanos, Harris II, Rodriguez, McLean, Jung, Peraza, Chisholm Jr., Jackie Robinson, and Piazza. We're going to have Vinny Pasquantino for the Royals on the Baby Boomers. That's going to go to Randy and the Royals. Matthews, Smith, Torkelson, Walsh, McCutcheon, DeGrom, Judge, Yoshida, Goldschmidt, Aaron, Seaver, Robin Yount, Brito, Bieber, Rendon. We have Judge, Bryant, Giolito, Musgrove, Munson, Valdez, Turner, Verlander, Neto, Reynolds, and Edwin Diaz. Let me tilt this down just very slightly. See, that gives, oh yeah, that's way less clear. That's nice. We have Tucker, Contreras, Robles, Johnson, Mauer, Cobb, Bench, Mazeroski, Fujinami, Gallen, Strider, Burns, Bogarts. We have the reverse image, Alex Bregman for the Stros. Going to Brian Eckstein. Yeah, Ruiz, Campanella, Sale, Meyer, Ahmed, McMahon, Jackie Robinson, Groshan, Adames, Conforto, Kepler, Witt Jr., Paguero, Senga, Detmers. We have J-Rod, Marte, Vientos, Laureano, Lindor, Smith, Waldachuk, J.D. Martinez, Aaron Judge, Swanson, and Hunter Brown. Garcia, Parra, Jackson, Bichette, Kirby, Stott, Otani, Perez, Hernandez, Cassis, Scherzer, Clemens, Lowe. Yeah, Manuel Margot for the Rays. It's going to be a 184 out of 199 on the blue. Going to Brian. We have Castillo, Schwarber, Cole, Anderson, Liberatore, Grisham, Nemo, Terrain, Verlander, Yastrzemski, Fielder, Speaker, Muncy, Mize, Devers, Woods, Richardson, Woodruff, Hernandez, Yogi Berra, Sandberg, Amaya, Greinke, Bell. We have Volpe on the Baby Boomers. I also have Judge on the bleacher reachers from before. Yeah, Prado, Duran, Green, Cruz, Cobb, Boggs, Miller, Perez, Hoskins, Murphy, Outman, Schmaltz, Peterson, Judge, Cabrera, Olson, Acuna Jr., Ruiz, Cron, Abrams, Jeter, Tatis Jr., Stanton, Lopez, Clark, Miller, Hayes, Rogers, Flores, Varsho, A-Rod. I have Jordan Walker. Then we got Ezekiel Duran for the Rangers. And that's going to Donovan Murphy. We'll see what Duran ends up being, because there's not really a place for him in the infield. Steer, Grove, Ramirez, Freeman, Crawford, Vladimir Guerrero Sr. for the Nationals, and that's going to be a 72 out of 75 on the Aqua Shimmer. Ernie Banks, Nolan Ryan, Pete Alonso, Webb, Ripken Jr., Jolks, Moreno, Stroman, Cabrera, Riley, Mullins, Alvarez, Arenado, Rhys Hoskins, Posey, Mervis, Vargas, Adley Rutschman, Rosario, and Tovar. Halfway through now, let's get into box 6. You would think that one would be right up Jeff's alley, though. World Series 2022 World Series champion stamped. Michael Brantley, jersey number stamp. Oh, no, wait. I think he wears 23, not 22. I think they're 22 autographs because the year 2022. He definitely was a huge cog in the first World Series, though, the one in 2017. Like, he was a big part of that World Series team. When the dude's healthy, he does rake. But let's be honest, man. It's probably kind of good that he got injured, because then you guys would never let Kyle Tucker come up and do Kyle Tucker things. So, was it the second World Series then? What's the one where you guys beat the Yankees in the ALCS? Was that 19 then? There was one I remember watching, and he in the playoffs he had like 3 or 4 like clutch like hits that like set up innings. We have Brito, Laureano, Lindor, Turner, Verlander, Ted Williams, Reynolds, Diaz, Seaver, Yount, Meyer, Valdez, Morel, Bench, Mazeroski, Neto, Musgrove, Munson, Bogarts, Robles, Randy Johnson, Pujols, Ruiz, Campanella, Strider, Tucker, Contreras, McMahon, and Corbin Burns. We got John Kruk. Yeah, but this is the year I'm talking about is the one where like Aroldis Chapman blew like 2 saves in the ALCS. I think that was 19. Maybe I'm just confusing them because it's not like the Astros weren't playing in the World Series like every year. We have John Kruk here for the Phillies. Going to Brady. Fujinami, Gallen, Detmers, Ahmed, Alvarez, Francisco Alvarez. We have Ketel Marte, Vientos, Groshans, Sale, Meyer, Olsen, Paguero, Senga, Javier, Rizzo, Cron, Judge, Kepler, Witt Jr., Lopez, Cabrera, Lou Brock, Miller, Hayes, Schmaltz, Peterson, Walker, Tatis Jr., Stanton, Banks, Ryan, Clark, Abrams, Jeter, Crawford, Varsho, A-Rod, and Wade Boggs. Pete Alonso, Webb, Ramirez, Rogers, Flores, Stroman, Freeman, Riley, Mullins, Alvarez, Steer, Grove, Vargas, Moreno, Gunnar Henderson, Enrique Hernandez, Rosario, Tovar, Ripken Jr., Jolks, Stott, Posey, Mervis, Jeremy Pena, Cole, and Salvador Perez. We have Adames, Conforto, Yelich, O'Neal Cruz, Cobb, Arraez, Santana, Soto, Brooks Robinson, Eddie Murray, Acuna Jr., Blackman, Thomas, Moncada, Enrique Hernandez for the Red Sox on the green. That's going to be an 11 out of 99 for the Sox and Rob Gervin. Cabrera, Ohapi, Blackburn, Diaz, Rutschman, Rodon, Glasnow, Carroll. Carroll again with Michael Harris the second on the back. So I'll have to random that off. Baez, Jimenez, Jones, Gwynn, LeMahieu, Ortiz, Rivera, Shoemake, Page, Alcantara, O'Neill, Ichiro. We have Contreras and Brett Batty on the Baby Boomers. Machado, Clemente, Darryl Strawberry, Langliers, Mike Trout, Sosa, Gorman, Bo Naylor, Bobby Witt Jr., Quan, Correa, Bichette, Arenado, Hoskins, Lowe, Kirby, Yoshida. Each are on the back there. We have Castillo, Schwarber, Garcia Parra, Bo Jackson, Bryce Terrain, Clemens. Yeah, Cedric Mullins on the leading looters. It's going to be an 89 out of 99. I'm still not sure why they went with leading looters as the stolen base thing, but whatever. Must have been a thing back in the day, but... You have Yogi, Fielder, Cassis, Scherzer, Woods Richardson, Grisham, Nemo, Woodruff. We're going to have a random guy of the break, Greg Nettles. for the Yankees. It's going to go to Donovan Murphy. On random veteran, Teoscar Hernandez. Yeah, Mize, Anderson, Liberatore, Bell, Devers, Prado, Duran, Green, Speaker, Muncy, Perez, Greinke, Jeter, Darvish, Murphy, James Outman, Sandberg, Amaya, Puckett, Miller, Strider, Call, and Arozarena. It's going to put us 6 boxes in. It's 10 boxes total. This is box number 7 right here. It's a 10 box case. Guys, I think I'm going to start mystery packs next week. Since everybody else is doing them, you know. Biggest ripoff in the game. We have Walsh and Jung, Peraza, Mauer, Valdez, Harper, Campanella. Are these cards going to be the same? Oh, no, those have Schmidt on the back. We have Bench, Lindor, Torkelson, Bogarts, Robles, Johnson, Adames, Conforto, Ruiz. Brito, Laureano, Ahmed, McMahon. Corbin Burns. We got Sean Green for the Dodgers going to Larry Baldwin. One of the vets with one of the nicer signatures. I call them vets, retirees. Vientos, Groshans, Munson, Seaver, Yount, Senga, Detmers, Rizzo, Cron, and Marte. Contreras, Musgrove, Olson, Paguero, Cabrera, Clark, Miller, Hayes, Spencer Steer, Tucker, Stin, Lopez, Cabrera, Rutschman, Ernie Banks, Nolan Ryan, Meyer, Fujinami, Gallen, Walker, Tatis Jr., Shohei Ohtani, Alonso. We have Webb. Witt Jr., Sale, Varsho, A-Rod, Johnny Bench on the blue. It's going to be an 86 out of 199 for the Reds. Austin Riley, Mullins, and Yordan Alvarez. Judge, Kepler, Stroman, Freeman, Crawford. Reggie Jackson, Rosario, Tovar, Jeter, Schmaltz, Peterson, Vargas, Moreno, Cole, Perez, Enrique Hernandez, Flores, Abrams, Posey, Mervis, J-Rod on the Baby Boomers, Fielder, Castillo, Schwarber, Ramirez, Rogers, Lowe, Kirby, Stott. We're going to have Rhys Hoskins, Yogi Berra, and Carl Yastrzemski. Suzuki, Taglia, Morel, Castellanos, Gray, Mullins on the Looters, Smith, Rodriguez, Jones, Robert, Piazza, Hornsby, Beebe, Goldschmidt, Aaron, and Matthews, Harper, Buxton, McCutcheon, DeGrom, Robinson, Cobb. We got Hunter Brown, Yoshida, Griffey Jr., Maddox, Bush, Waldachuk, J.D. Martinez. We have the color match on the Joey Votto, 28 out of 50 for the Reds. That's going to Craig Brandcamp. Obviously, they didn't pick up the club option on Votto this year. We had Giolito, Swanson, Garcia, Gehrig, Rendon, Smith, and Jackie Robinson. Reynolds, Diaz. On Diaz was Bryant. We have Chisholm Jr., Soto, Turner, Verlander, Bieber, J-Rod, Mizorowski, Neto, Alvarez, Crawford, Brock, Benintendi, Mateo, Puckett, Betts, India, Wisdom, Herrera, Messina, Lowe, Bregman, Ted Williams, Volpe, Fletcher, and Kershaw. Rosario, Honus, Wagner, Glavin, Julian. We have Michael Harris II, Wainwright, Mays, Bradley, Schmidt, Seager, Haniger. I have Springer. You got Rosario for the Padres. And that's going to go to Brady. Guthrie. Kate Cavalli, Gunnar Henderson, George Brett Thomas, Mitchell, Batty, Mike Trout, Will Smith, Jimenez, Happ, J-Rod, Chapman, Stevenson, Turner, Mountcastle, Aaron Judge, McLean, and Alek Manoah. Into box 8. Let's get rolling in the box. Hey, we have Witt Jr., Sale, Meyer, Lopez, Cabrera, Mauer, Logan, Webb, Ernie Banks, Judge, Kepler, Tatis Jr., Stanton. We have an 8 out of 69, Christopher Morel. Let's go into the Cubs and Jonathan Wright. Cedric Mullins, Jordan Alvarez, Alonso, Schmaltz, Peterson, Varsho, A-Rod, Walker. We have McGuire, Tovar, Riley, Flores, Abrams, Jeter, Freeman, Crawford. We have J-Ram on the Kings a swing. Let's go into Justice. And the Guardians. Nice hit there. Enrique Hernandez and Rosario. J-Ram, Rogers, Moreno, Stroman. Have Rutschman. We have Schwarber, Cole, Perez, Steer, Grove, Posey, Mervis, Vargas, Cabrera, Fielder, Castillo, Cobb, Sandberg, Amaya, Arrays, Santana, Witt Jr., Cabrera, O'Hoppe, Yelich, Cruz, Carroll, Thomas, Moncada, Alcantar, Baez, Jimenez, Acuna Jr., Blackman, Rivera, Rodon. Have Glass now, Miguel Amaya for the Cubs. And Jonathan Wright. We have Shoemake and Satchel Paige. DJ LeMahieu, Diaz, Rutschman, Pujols, Ortiz. We got Cal Ripken Jr. on the red. That's going to be a 28 out of 50 going to the Orioles. And Brady. Roberto Clemente, Darryl Strawberry, Jones, Gwynn, Bo Naylor, Contreras, Tris Speaker, Kwan, Correa, Machado, O'Neill, Ichiro, Mel Ott, Sosa, Gorman, Bryce Harper, Harris II, and Sean Murphy. Guerrero Sr., Langliers, Trout, Marquez, Carlson, Harper, Realmuto, Guerrero Jr., Franco, Gibson, Hall, Blade, Francisco Lindor for the Mets on the green. And that's going to be a 60 out of 99. Matt Puffenbarger for the Mets. Spawn, Hernandez, Killebrew, Pasquantino, Pena, Abreu, Bellinger, Albies, Ted Williams, Ward, Margot, Votto, Story. Have Waters, Miller, Riccio, Ford, Fisk, and Bello. Fat, Melendez, Ruth, Musial, Cassis, Ruiz, Altuve, Simeon, McCovey, Colas, Meneses, Riley Green, Raleigh, Brett Batty, Verdugo, Otani, Hoskins, Ripken Jr., Jolks, Kirby, Stott. We have Stan Musial on the King of Swing. We have Berra, Yastrzemski, Bichette, Arenado, Terrain. We have Clemens, Nathaniel Lowe, Green, Woodruff, and Hernandez. Nomar, Jackson, Woods Richardson, Grisham, Nemo, Wagner, Prado, Duran, Liberatore, Cassis, Scherzer, Bell, Devers, Darvish, Dale Murphy, Outman, Tris Speaker, Muncy, Puckett, Boggs, Miller. Got Kyle Tucker, Blackburn, Robinson, Mize, Anderson, Perez, Greinke, Guerrero Jr., Murray, Call, and Arozarena. Going to be box 8. If you talking about where the autographs were at? It's an odd print run, Austin. Or are you talking about? Oh yeah, I mean I feel like they did that for some sort of meme bullshit. I'm not sure why. Why else they would print run everything to 69? Like, it's a little goofy, but whatever. Man, my man who did the card design was a little horny that day. He said, "Oh, we're gonna run this one to 69, boys." It's ridiculous. There we go. All right, let's get into this. We got Jolt Steer, Grove, Terrain, Clemens, Ruth. Hold on. We have Woodruff, Teoscar Hernandez. Then maybe a little bit higher up there, like this. We have Ripken, Woods, Richardson, Grisham, Nemo, Prado, Duran, Hunter Green. That doesn't actually fix anything. Just sorry that I messed with the camera. I was trying to make it to where like the glare wasn't as bad, but we've already been through like 8 backs. I'll just try to hold them better. We have Bichette, Arenado, Greinke, Bell, Devers, Ripken, or Ruth, Murphy, Outman, Scherzer, Garcia Parra, Jackson, Miller, Perez. Michael Massey for the Royals. I actually like this card design for a Royals player. A lot of blue right there, just the base, but nonetheless going to the Royals. And Randy on the Michael Massey. Rosarena, Darvish, and Liberatore. Cassis, Puckett, Boggs, Ryan. We have Robinson, Murray, Call, Mize, Anderson, Moncada, Arrays, Santana, Cron, O'Hoppe, Blackburn, Trout, O'Neill, Ichiro, Ozzie Albies, Hall, Mookie Betts, Hernandez, Killebrew, Guerrero, Langeliers, Rocchio, Abreu, Bellinger, Ward, Margot, and Spahn. And Wander Franco, Gibson, Ruth, Musial, Miller. We got Buddy Kennedy for the Diamondbacks. Go to Jose Garcia on the D-backs. Carlton, Fisk, Bello, Drew Waters, Pasquantino, Pena, Green, Raleigh, Altuve, Semien, Ford, Votto, Story, Mateo, Meneses, Trout, Verdugo, Otani, Ruiz, Fat, Melendez, Lowe, Bregman, Benintendi, Reed, Detmers, Betts, and Jonathan India. Brock, McCovey, Colas, Julian, Messina, Corbin Carroll, Volpe, Fletcher, Alvarez, Crawford, Wagner, Glavin, Frank Thomas. And that's going to be a 38 out of 199 for Thomas. Adam Wainwright, Mays, Williams, Wisdom, Herrera, Batty, Haniger, Springer, Guerrero Jr., Cavalli, Henderson, Seager, Kershaw, Rosario, Mountcastle, Mitchell, Will Smith, Jimenez, Happ, Bradley, Schmidt, Stevenson, Turner, and Adley Rutschman. Rodriguez, McLean, Manoa, Brett, Thomas, Beebe, Castellanos, Gray, Oscar Gonzalez, Matthews, Smith, Amaya, Speaker, Muncy, Corbin Carroll, Alec Thomas, Number Crunchers, Ty Cobb, Jimenez, Cabrera, Cobb, Sandberg, Rivera, Rodon, Glasnow, Satchel Paige, Alcantar, and Baez. Yelich, Cruz, Contreras, Pujols, Ortiz, Hornsby, Strawberry, Shoemake, Rutschman, Acuna, Blackburn, Nolan Gorman, Bo Naylor, Correa, Machado, Clemente, LeMahieu, Diaz, Mel Ott, Sosa, J-Rob, Michael Harris II, Murphy, Quan, Jones, Gwynn, J.J. Bleday, Marquez, Carlson, Pujols, Realmuto, and Guerrero Jr. Into the final box here. Good luck to everybody. Let's get in the last box here. Good luck to everybody. Got Gallen, Strider, Tucker, Varsho, A-Rod, Clemente, Raleigh, Mullins, Meyer, Fujinami, Freeman, Crawford, Prado, Enrique Hernandez, Rosario, Tovar, Bobby Witt Jr., Sale, Vargas, Moreno. We got Stroman for the Yankees. Got Anthony Volpe. Nice autograph here for the Yankees. Donovan gets rewarded for getting quite a few teams in the break, pushing some other breaks. The baseball gods are on his side. We have Cole, Perez, Jock Peterson, Aaron Judge, Kepler, Posey, Mervis, Justin Turner for the 41 out of 99 for the Red Sox. Luis Castillo and Kyle Schwarber. Have Jeter, Schmaltz, Kirby, Stott, Jeter, Berra, Yastrzemski, Fielder, Flores, Abrams, Terrain, Roger Clemens, Lowe, Strider, Woodruff, Teoscar Hernandez, Garcia, Lou Gehrig, Mauer, Valdez, Turner. Have Javier, Ruiz, Campanella, Grove, Ramirez, Rogers, Grisham, Nemo, Soto, Duran, and Hunter Green. Jolk, Spencer Steer, Devers, Woods Richardson, Josh Smith. 177 out of 199. Dale Murphy, Outman, Prado, Hoskins, Ripken Jr., Perez, Greinke, Bell, Jeter, Rosarena, Darvish, Bo Jackson, Bichette, Arenado, Boggs, Miller, Robinson, Murray, Call, Scherzer, Nomar Garciaparra, Santana, Kirby Puckett, Gabriel Moreno, Cabrera, O'Hoppe, Blackburn, Liberatore, Casas, Thomas, Moncada, Arrays, Witt Jr., and Baez. We have Eloy Jimenez right there as well. Peraza, Chisholm Jr., Soto, Robles, Johnson, Bleacher Reachers, Alvarez, Adames, Conforto, Walsh, Jung, McMahon, Burns, Bogarts, Marte, Vientos, Groshans, Lindor, Torkelson, Senga, Detmers, Ahmed, Boggs, Rosario, Cron, Yount, Brito, Laureano, Olson, Paguero, Clark, Miller, Hayes, Munson, Seaver, Lopez, Cabrera, and Gunnar Henderson. We're going to have Webb, Banks, Ryan, Contreras, Musgrove, Walker, Tatis Jr., Stanton, Pena, Alvarez, Alonso, Morel, Rodriguez, Chapman, Piazza, Hornsby, Ted Williams, Goldschmidt, Aaron, Suzuki, Toglia, DeGrom, Robinson, Adley Rutschman, Swanson, Brown, Yoshida, Jones, Robert, Waldachuk, J.D. Martinez, McCutcheon, Pujols, Bryant, and Giolito. Bush, Harper, Buxton, Rendon, Smith. We have Clay Holmes for the Yankees. And that's going to be a 50 out of 99. Going to Donovan. We're going to have Reynolds, Diaz, Griffey Jr., Maddox, Verlander, Bieber, Mays, Bench, Mazarowski, and Neto. So a quick recap of the hits. Let me get these guys in sleeves. It was a pretty decent case. Had a lot more rookies than the first case did, that's for sure. We had Josh Smith on the refractor, Turner on the green, Frank Thomas on the white, Lindor on the green, the red Cal Ripken Jr. Christopher Morel. And we have Corbin Carroll on the aqua. Joey Votto on the red. The blue, Johnny Bench. Mullins on the leading looters green. We have the green, Hernandez, and the aqua, Ortiel Guerrero Sr. Margot on the blue. Alex Bregman on the reverse. The refractor Tatis, or the foil Tatis. Smith on the red. Sky blue Flores. The white Harper. Green Greinke. Sky blue Griffey Jr. Cron. We have Julian on the foil and the orange foil, Brandon Lowe. Getting into the autographs. The green Clay Holmes, the base Kennedy, Michael Massey, Kiermaier, Nettles, Crunk for the Phillies, Mookie Wilson for the Mets, Ford Proctor for the Giants, Amaya for the Cubs, Duran for the Rangers, Joey Meneses on the Baby Boomers. So Meneses is actually out of 50. Rosario on the base, Kings of Swing, J-Ram, Brantley out of 22, and Anthony Volpe on the base for the Yankees. And that's going to be the break, guys. I appreciate y'all. As always, have a good night and be safe. Hopefully we fill some more breaks. If not, I'll see y'all later.